welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see. And if you have any suggestions, opinions, what would you like to see different, please leave in the comments below. I'll be more than glad to create it for you and teach you how it can be done. I want to thank every single one of you right from the start. When I started, you guys have been amazing supporting me and your beautiful comments. Thank you so much. It's also very important to remind you guys that if the video is too fast for you, right up top there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you would like. Next to it there's a closed caption. You can turn that on. Everything I'll be calling out the stitch will be written down here. You can pause, take notes. If you don't know how to do any of that, which is very simple, in the description box there's a little arrow right below, like a V, below the video. Click there, and that opens up, and it gives you all the details. You can just click on the link that it says how to slow down the video. I also want to ask of you to please consider donating yarn, thread, or funds for the women desperately in need of thread or yarn. They can't afford to buy. They have no means for it. I keep getting asked over and over if I can help. I cannot do it by myself. I can't stress enough to ask you guys on each video I create to ask you for your help. Below the video, there's a little bag money sign. You can leave anything you'd like. Anything counts. It adds up at the end. If everybody pitches in a few bucks here and there, it's, already good enough to get me started to send out thread for these women. In the description box, I also have my PayPal, which you can deposit there yourselves, whatever amount you'd like. Nobody's asking for millions. I would like you guys to put yourselves for 2 seconds in someone's shoes that cannot afford to buy not even one little roll of thread or yarn to create something simple as a flower, which doesn't take that much, or a granny square. It doesn't take that much thread or yarn. It is quite difficult and heartbreaking knowing that these women are in desperate need, and I cannot do it by myself. I'm asking you please to consider, put yourselves in their shoes for 2 seconds. We are very limited in this world. We're not going to bring anything with us when we're gone. The least we can do is help somebody, even if it's one person. We already did our part on helping. Please donate and help. If you want to send, please have a hold of me through Instagram message. I'll give you their name, their address. You can ship it out to them. Some of these women are in islands that have no access to certain sizes of thread or colors of thread. The least we can do is ship them, a few of them, get them busy. These people suffer through poverty, through mental health, no means of buying. Some are, caregivers with their families, and they create certain patterns and sell to support their families. Let's get together and do this together. I'm asking you, please. So find it in your heart to at least help out. And thank you so much for the ones that already have done their deeds. Thank you. So grateful. So let's get started, everyone. Thank you again for all your support. And please don't forget to give it those thumbs up. It's very important for the video to get circulated. The only way it's going to get circulated and recognized by YouTube is by having those thumbs up and commenting or sharing the video so other people can discover it. This is how they circulate quite often. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's get started. Oh, and before I forget, most of the time I use 3.5 or a 3, sometimes a 4 hook, little one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. I also like to mention, before I forget, I do have a crochet group on Facebook, a private group. If you do have a profile, you're more than welcome to join us in my group. And I do have also a crochet page in Facebook. I'll link everything below. Also, I have Instagram. I'll link it below. And I do have TikTok. I'll link it below. So there's my email. You have all these options to get a hold of me one way or the other. Okay, just a reminder to let you know. Okay, everyone. So I had done a tutorial yesterday on a for bedroom set runners for the dress, armoire, and night tables. And I had posted into some of the groups that I'm in, including my own group. And I had one of the members of the group to request for the tassel how to create it, even though I used it and did the tutorial on it with a runner. Of course, it's hidden all the way in the back of the video, and of course many people are going to use this for different purposes, so she requested for me to do a tutorial just on the tussle. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be very fast and quick, and this is very easy. There's several ways you can go about this. I'm just going to use these colors because I have extra. Why not? So this is just a dark blue. Maybe I have to use something lighter for you guys. Just check what else I have there. Okay, so I'll use this one instead of the blue because I can see already on camera it's going to be too dark. Okay, so we're going to need a good pair of scissors. This one's not good for it because it's not sharp enough, but this one is. And of course a little hook just to pull the strings through. And I'm using, this is a Q-tip lid cover, which is, I use it for different other things on the little box. It's convenient for me. But you can use a cardboard, you can use whatever you like, and depending upon the size too, if you want it to be bigger or shorter, you could always cut it shorter. So this is just to wrap the strings around it, okay? Any thread will do, so very simple. Now with this one here, I did 2 rows of double crochet, but you can do half double crochets, you can do singles, you know, there's so many ways to work it about, okay? So the first thing you want to do, okay, let's start by the head cover. So I'm just going to pull my string here. I'm going to do the magic circle. Now, if you still can't do the magic circle, it's just crossing it over. And I got a piece, oh, it's the glue. I thought it was a piece of my hair, but it's not. I just glued the other tassel. So basically, you're just going over, okay, like that. Grab the string from the back and put into position, right? Now I'm going to do 2 chain. I'm going to do this one with half double crochet, but you can do it singles, you can do a double crochet, okay? So I'm going to do 7. Now if you want your head top piece thicker, then you can do more than 7. You can do 9, 10, up to you how big you're going to go with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this one I'm doing half double crochets. I'm not going to close it all the way because I need the strings to go through there. So I'm going to come into the first one here. And I'm going to close it in with the slip stitch. I'm going to do 2 chain again. I'm going to come back into the same one with half double crochet. Next space, half double crochet. So we're creating those 7 half double crochets, and you also could go as long as you like on this. On the one that I did for the runners, I did singles, and I did 5 rows of singles. So now we're on the second row of half double crochet. I'm already here at the edge, so I'm going to close it in with slip stitch. Okay, and I'm going to do 1 more row. It's because this is half, it's a little bit longer than the single. Okay, so 2 chain on the same space. I'm going to do the half, next space, half, and half. So you're going to do your 7 halves again. I come on the first one and close it in. So now I'm just going to cut a little bit longer. and I'm going to slip stitch, pull it through. Okay, this one I'm still leaving it open because I need the tassel to pass through it. Okay, I'm going to grab a smaller hook just to tidy up this loose end here. We don't want nothing to be falling apart. I'm not going to pull too much on it because then it's going to close too much of the hole, so we don't want to do that. So I pulled it in because it's going to be tucked in anyway. This is the bottom part, right? I know it looks funny, but it does stretch because we didn't tie it up too much, right? Now, I'm going to grab, this color is fine. It doesn't matter which color. This is just for the tutorial. Or I could have just used the blue too, but anyway. Any color will do for that matter. So you basically will, if you have a cardboard or whatever lid you have. So I'm going to do it 30 times. This depends how thick you want it. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Just going to cut it here. And I'm also going to cut a piece of thread here because we want to make sure nothing comes apart. So whatever cardboard you have to go in so you can make it not tight, tie it so it doesn't fall apart. And I'm just going to pull my thread to the top here a little bit just so it can stay in place. And I'm going to make a few knots. So I have my first knot just to make sure that nothing is going to, I'm going to pull it out of this. Get it well tied up. A couple of knots on there. You don't want nothing to come apart. And then I'm going to do 22 chain. Okay, but I'm going to leave a little bit of chain so we can tie it there. Okay, so I'm going to start my chain up here. I don't count the slip stitch. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You can go 23, 24, 25. It's all up to you, really, the length you want. So I'm going to come on my first chain with a slip stitch, and I'm also going to cut a little bit longer and pull through. So here's my string. Now I'm also going to cut again a little bit of thread because we're going to need that little bit of thread. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to pull right in the center. Just going to pass this thread here to the center. Right in the center of it. And I'm going to tie it. That's why we have to leave a little bit of thread. Just like that, right in the center. Tie it well so it doesn't become loose. A couple of times at least. Okay, so I've tied it 3 times. Now I'm just going to cut the excess. I'm not going to cut it too short because this is going to be hitting. Okay, and then the little one that we've cut that I said we needed, we're just going to roll. Actually, a little bit longer. So leave a little bit of space because we need to tie it. Okay. So we're going to tie this. Whoops, slipped. To get it right there. We're going to tie this about 2-3 times also, just to make sure that nothing comes apart. So it's going to give you like that little bulk. And again. So I've tied it like 3 times, and that should be good enough. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Again, you can cut, but don't have to cut it so close because it's going to be hidden. So I leave a little bit behind. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my hook. This is the top part because it's the magic circle that we're going to close in. I'm going to pass my string through it like that. Okay. And then I'm going to dress it up, as I call it. So I'm going to grab my hook and just help to pull through over here. Then we just, pull it down. Dress it up nicely. So using the back of my hook just to help it. We don't want to pull too much on the thread. Just like that. Now the rest up here on the magic circle string, I'm just going to pull, close up. I'm going to grab a smaller hook and grab the string to come in the inside here. Anywhere for that matter, it doesn't matter. Of course, my hook is too thin for this. I usually don't like to use the thicker one because it pokes bigger holes, but in this case it's just pulling it in. So now I'm going to get very close to the magic circle string and cut it. Now we don't want it to move, so what I like to do is I'm going to use the hot gun glue and I'm going to glue it on. Okay, so I have my hot gun. I don't want it to move anywhere when I'm pulling onto the strings to cut, so that's why I like to glue it first. So I'm just going to put a bit in between. Make sure that it's all tight again. Doesn't need much, just a little bit, it pretty much grabs into the threads, okay? So I'm just going to go a little bit there. If you need to close it up a bit, if you find that there's space in between, then you'd put a little bit of glue in between them, and you're good to go. I think I'm okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab my lid here because it's going to make a little bit of a mess. So basically, you'd come and cut the center. They don't have to be exactly the same size as you're cutting them now because we need to cut them straight after. So basically, you would pull them the size you want. And just fix a nice straight line, you know. Pretty much use this on handbags, on any table runners, keychains, whatever. Gives it a nice little decoration. So, and if you want to go shorter, then you can cut it shorter. So you just keep turning around and you cut, get it straight, nice flat. I think it's good now. And there it is. And you have your tassel. Very simple. You could also do, like I said, with single. So I have double, I have half, and you can do with single. I did 5 rows of the single for the table runners. So very easy. You can hook them up. Let's say if you have, you know, keychains or whatever. I mean, it's up to you on your purse, side purse, you know, you can have them there also. And that's pretty much it. So I did this one into the chain. This was for the purse, the bag, handbag purse that I did. Okay, so this does it for this tutorial. Thank you, Sue, for the request. I hope this helped out. And if you guys want it thicker, you just keep rolling more. If you want this longer, you keep doing more rows. And if you want the chain longer, then you just do more chain stitch. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, please give a thumbs up on the video. It's very important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. God bless. Stay safe. I send you much love and much hugs. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.